Hello everyone, I am Prem Kumar. Welcome to Math JEE Academy. So today I am going to discuss with you very interesting top 10 questions in modulus, greatest integer function and fractional part functions. We'll discuss the graph also. Okay. So if you not yet subscribe it, please subscribe my channel Math JEE Academy and Olympiads Math Academy, who are studying from 6th to 12th standard. So you can utilize these two channels. It will help you for Olympiad as well as JEE. So my aim is to teach basics to advanced level in this one faculty. So that is my aim. So that's why I started this channels. So you can utilize this platform. So you can learn step-by-step solutions. Coming days, I will post you, different topics, different problems we'll discuss coming days which you are facing difficult, right? Okay. So let's get started today topics. So top 10 questions. Let's take the first question. You can see, draw the graph of modulus of mod x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x, right? The whole mod x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x, first you have to draw this. And then you have to apply the modulus again. Okay. So first you can redefine this functions first. Mod x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x is there. So how to redefine this one? You can see the breaking point here is x plus 2 equal to 0 and x is equal to 0. That means x equal to minus 2 and 0. So you have to write in the ascending order minus 2 and 0. The whole real number, you have to break this into less than minus 2 to 0, 0 to 1. So you have to check. So what is the y value, right? Let's see. If x is less than minus 2, you can take. Okay. In this interval, you have to check mod x plus 2. If you're not having idea about this modulus, you can watch my one-shot modulus video is available in Math JEE Academy. Okay. So x less than minus 2, then x plus 2 should be less than 0, right? That definitely x less than minus 2 means minus 2 should be less than 0. Therefore, x also less than 0 in this interval. Let us take minus 2 to 0. If I take here x is negative, obviously. So, what is x plus 2? Is positive or negative? Add 2 on both sides, definitely x plus 2 is positive. Let's take x is more than or equal to 0. So, x is positive and x plus 2 also positive. X plus 2 also positive. You can see, student. Understand this? Okay. Now you have to redefine this one. You can see first one, you can see x is less than minus 2 mod x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x, you can see. So both will be negative, x less than minus 2, right? If x is less than minus 2, both x plus 2 and x is negative. So therefore, by definition, if x plus 2 is negative means minus of x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x here is a negative, therefore minus x. So for the minus x minus 2 plus 2x, right? This would be 2x minus x is what? X minus 2, right? The second one you can see, when x is minus 2 to 0, when x is minus 2 to 0, in this interval you can see x is a negative, y x plus 2 is positive. So you can see x plus 2 is positive, then mod x plus 2 will be x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x here is what? Minus x, because x is negative here. X is negative, therefore it's minus x, therefore x plus 2. So minus into minus plus 2x, therefore it is 3x plus 2. Clear? Next you can see third one, if x is more than 0. in this interval, x is positive, x plus 2 also positive. Therefore, mod x plus 2, x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x is x, because x is positive. So, x plus 2 minus 2x, therefore minus x plus 2. Clear? This is your redefined functions. You rewrite this first. So, how to rewrite this? I will take another page. Mod x plus 2 minus 2 times mod x How to redefine? If x is less than minus 2, you can say x is less than minus 2 means x minus 2, correct? X minus 2. Okay. If x is minus 2 to 0, in this interval 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2. If x is more than, you can see x is more than or equal to 0, minus x plus 2. Minus x plus 2. Now you have to draw the graph of this and then you can apply the modulus, right? So what you can do, first step, this is x-axis, this y-axis. If x is less than minus 2, x minus 2, right? Let me take this minus 2 here. This is 0. Let me take another color. This is 0. Let us take, this is more than 0, right? That's all, no? Yes. You can see when you take x is minus 2. When you take x is minus 2, it's minus 4. Let's take here. This is minus 1. This is minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Let's take here is minus 4. So definitely you know that y is equal to x graph is this, right? Right? So we have minus 2 comma, if I put minus 2 it will be minus 4. Understand? So therefore the graph will be like this. Okay? Y is equal to x is there, no? But y is equal to x is there, but you have to shift it 2 units down, right? So that's why it will be somewhat down, right? Here you have to see this is y is equal to x, x minus 2 would be like this. So we need actually, this is your minus 4, you can consider this graph will be like this. Understand? Graph will be like this. Okay? Fine. So when you take, let me remove this one, this is not required. Okay. Next you can see when you take x is minus 2 to 0, so what is that? 3x plus 2 is there. Let us take a minus 2 if you put here, that will be minus 4 only, right? Minus 6 plus 4, it's minus 4 only. There's no issue. So when you take minus 1, you take minus 2 to 0, minus 1 is there, right? Let's take minus 1, minus 3 plus 2 is what? Minus 2, right? Sorry, minus 3 plus 2 is what? So minus 3 plus 2 will be minus 1, right? Let's take here minus 1. Clear? Minus 1. When you take minus 1. Okay. So 0 if you take 2, right? 0 you can take 2, 0 comma 2. Okay. When you take 1 if you take 1, where it is 1 means minus 1 plus 2, it is 1 only, right? The graph will be like this. This graph will be like this, right? Minus x graph, you know, y is equal to minus x graph. This one, just you shift 2 units up. This is the graph. You have to take more than 0. So when you take this graph, so where this graph is intersecting the x-axis, put y0 here. So which point it is exactly intersecting? Put x is equal to 0, or not x equal to 0, y is equal to 0 you can put here. Plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2 by 3, right? Minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3 is somewhat here. The graph is going like this. Correct? Okay? I hope everyone understand, right? Okay. When you put minus 1, then minus 1 minus 3 plus 2, it's 1, right? So when you take this one, no? If I put minus 1 here, minus 3 plus 2 is what? Minus 1 only, no? Minus 1 here. Yes, correct only, right? Fine. Now what we can do, whatever the graph is till now we drawn, you have to take, you can apply the modulus of the image. This is the image of the functions, right? Okay. So what you can do, you can apply the modulus means the negative image is there, no, you turn into positive, right? So for example, minus 1 to 0, if you can apply, it will be 0 to 1 will be changed, right? So this portion is there, no, this will be turned into this way, right? Okay, then you can see, I will take another color, otherwise you can see, let me take this color. This will be turned into this way, right? Clear? Okay, next you can see, this portions is there, no? Which portions? This portions you can see, this portions turn into like this, right? Correct? But when you take this portions, let me take final portions here. Let me take this portions. This will be is going like this, right? Clear? I hope everyone understand, right? Okay, this is your graph. So if you roughly you can draw this graph, you can see, student. So 1 minute. Let me take this one. It's not erasing, no? Select it. Okay, you can remove this. How to draw this separately? You can see, student. This x-axis, this y-axis. This graph is downwards. This is like this. Okay. I'll take another color to draw the graph. Okay, so which color is suitable here? Let me take this one. Okay, so let me take this one. Correct? 0, 2. This will be like this, and this will be like this, right? And this will be like this. This is your graph of the functions. Understand? I hope everyone understand, right? Okay, clear. Let's go to the next question. So one more thing I'll tell you, they will ask the continuous or not. Definitely it is continuous everywhere, but it is not differentiable. You can see the sharp edge at this point, right? This point and this point and this point. So sharp edges exists. The sharp edge means the tangent is not unique here. Therefore, it is not differentiable at these points, right? Okay. So you can, when we are discussing that, differentiability, I will explain the detailed things, but you have to understand the modulus, how to draw the graph of this, right? But if you, once you understand these things, you can check the differentiability. It is sharp edge is the corner point, right? It is not differentiability, right? Okay. Next, let's do the sum of the squares of the roots of the equations and the square of the roots of the equation. First, you have to find the roots of these equations and square it, right? And then add it. Then find the roots of this equation, square it and add it, and whatever the output is there, again you can add it. That is the sum, right? Let us find out this first one. Mod x minus 2 whole square plus mod x minus 2 minus 2 equal to 0, right? So how to solve this? Let us take mod x minus 2, let us take t. So t square plus t minus 2 equal to 0. Clear? Then you can solve this. The product is minus 2, the sum is plus 1, right? So 2 into 1 you can write. So 2 minus 1 you can write. So 2 into minus 1 it is minus 2, and 2 minus 1 is plus 1. Therefore, t squared plus 2t minus t minus 2 equal to 0. If you solve this, first two terms you can take t common, t plus 2. If I take minus 1, you take next two terms. So t plus 2 equal to 0. The whole expression which is common, t plus 2, take it out. So t minus 1 equal to 0. the whole expression here you can see the either t plus 2 equal to 0 or t minus 1 equal to 0. Clear? So t plus 2 equal to 0 means t plus 2 equal to 0 means t is equal to minus 2, or t minus 1 equal to 0 means t is equal to 1. What is t we consider here? T here is the mod x minus 2. Mod x minus 2 is equal to minus 2. So definitely it is not possible. Why? It is not possible because you know that mod x is greater than 0 for all x belongs to real number, right? Okay, let's do this is not possible. Let's take the second part. So mod x minus 2 is equal to 1. You know that mod x minus 2 is equal to 1 means what is the possibility for x minus 2? Plus 1 or minus 1, right? Therefore, x minus 2 is equal to 1 or minus 1. If you take x minus 2 is equal to 1, x equal to 3, or x minus 2 is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 2 minus 1, it is 1. Clear? So, x, yes, correct only, no? Yes, correct. Now, what they're asking, sum of the squares of the roots of the equations and the squares of the roots of the equations. Okay. So, what is the sum of the squares of this? So, 3 square plus 1 square is 10 here, right? This is the sum of the squares of the roots. Okay. Let's do the second part. You can see x square minus 2 times, second part you can see x square minus, what is there? 2 times mod x minus 3. 2 times mod x minus 3, what is it? Minus 5 equal to 0. Minus 5 is equal to 0. So these kind of questions already we explained in the modulus one shot. You can watch my video. Okay. So how to solve this one? You can see the breaking point here is whatever the modulus inside is there, you have to equate to 0. That is the breaking point. But that is the definition of the mod x, right? Okay. So x minus 3 is equal to 0, x equal to 3. So what are the real number is possible here? You can see you can break this into less than 3, more than 3. So if less than 3, let us take case 1. If x is less than 3, you can take. So definitely x minus 3 is negative. You're adding minus 3 on both sides. So x minus 3 negative. Therefore, x square minus 2 times mod x minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. How to write this? X square minus 2 times x minus 3 is negative means mod x minus 3, how to write? Minus of x minus 3, minus of x minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0, x square minus into minus plus 2 into x minus 3, right? Minus 5 is equal to 0. Clear? So minus into minus plus only, no? So x square plus 2x minus 6 minus 5 is equal to 0. Clear? Okay, correct. Now you can see what is that? X square plus 2x minus 11 equal to 0. Okay. So is there any possibilities that solution is possible or not? X less than 3. So you can check the real solutions. We need less than 3, no? What they're asking, if you consider the roots are alpha and beta, right? Then alpha square plus beta square they're asking, right? This question now. Instead of solving that completely, you can do that way. Okay. What is that? You know that alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 times alpha beta, right? But you know that what is alpha beta? Sum of the roots. What is the relationship between the coefficients and roots? Minus b by a. Then alpha beta is equal to c by a, right? So alpha beta here is what? Minus b by a. What is b here? You have to understand a is 1, b is 2 and c is minus 11. So definitely you can get the real solution. You can see discriminant, you can check 2 square 4 minus 4 into minus 11, anyway it's a positive only, right? So minus 4 into minus 11, it's positive only. So its real solution is possible. Discriminant is greater than 0. Distinct real solution is possible, right? Okay. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a minus 2 divided by a is what? 1. So minus 2. And c by a minus 11 divided by a is what? 1. So minus 11. Clear? Check it once it's correct or not. So a minus 2 correct? Yes, correct. C by a minus 11 by 1. Yes, correct. So alpha plus beta you can apply here, minus 2 whole square minus 2 into what is alpha beta? Minus 11. So that is 4, minus 2 square is 4, minus into minus plus 22. Therefore 26 is your sum of the square, right? So let's check the another case. You can see when x is more than 0. If x is more than 0, more than 3, sorry, more than 3 you can take. Definitely you can add minus 3 on both sides. X3, x minus 3 is greater than 0. Therefore, what we can say here, what we can say, x square minus 2 times, if x minus 3 is positive, means mod x minus 3 is x minus 3 minus 2 times x minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. So x squared minus 2x, that is plus minus into minus plus 6 minus 5 is equal to 0. Clear? Therefore, x squared minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. This is same as x minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. You can check it. X square plus 1 square minus 2x is there. A minus b whole square expansion. Therefore, x is equal to 1 here. But you can see x is equal to 1 you are getting, but you are checking the solution is what? X is equal to or equal to 3 or more than 3. But more than 3, there is no 1 is available, right? Therefore, there is no solution is possible in this case. Okay, finally, what is the conclusion? What they're asking actually, the sum of the squares roots of these equations means 10 plus, and they're asking, no, 10 plus 26. The answer for this 10 plus 26 is 36, your answer. Okay, I hope everyone understand, right? Let's go to the next question. Third question you can see. Okay, this is some more tricky question, but many of the students are facing difficult, the greatest integer functions. That's why I chosen this question. Okay, whenever this kind of question is the very simple, student, what you can do, just you know that greatest integer function breaking point is what? All the integers value, because 0 to 1 is 0. When you take 1 to 2, that is 1, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, that's breaking at all the integers value, right? But the same way, you can check the x square by 2, what are the integers value take? X value from 0 to 4 is there. X value from 0 to 4. What are the integers you can take? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because 2 into 6 is what? 12, and 7 also possible, right? 8 up to 8 is possible. Because why I am telling 8? Because 2 into 8 here is what? 16. X square is equal to 16 means x equal to square root of 16 is 4. You can take up to 4 because x value is lies from 0 to 4. Okay. Understand? So, you can see the same way square root of x, what are the value you can take? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is possible. If I take x, you can see square it, no. X square root of x equal to 2 means x equal to 4. If square root of x equal to 3 means 9. 4 means 16. So that means you have to stop this one. Okay. Understand? Let me start with here. Square root of x equal to 0 means x equal to 0. Squaring on both sides. Square root of x equal to 1 means x is equal to 1 here. Okay. Square root of x is equal to 2 means x is equal to 4. Clear? Okay, then what about if I take square root of x equal to 3 means x will be what? 9. We need only x is 0 to 4. You have to stop here. So you can take the integer value 0, 1, 2. If I take square root of x equal to 3, then if you're squaring on both sides, x will be 9. So we need only x is 0 to 4, right? So if I take x square by 2 is equal to 0 means x equal to 0. Okay. So x square by 2 is equal to 1 means x square is equal to 2, x is equal to square root 2. Don't take minus square root 2 because we need x value from 0 to 4, right? Okay, x square by 2 is equal to 2, you can take x square is equal to 4, then x is equal to square root of, sorry, x is equal to 2, right? So we need x square is equal to 4 means we need to take the square root, then x will be 2. X square is equal to x square by 2 is equal to 3 means x square is equal to 6, x equal to root 6. X square by 2 is equal to 4 means x is equal to what? Square root of 8. X square is equal to x square by 2 is equal to 5 means x is equal to root 10, right? The same way, x square by 2 is equal to 6 means x is equal to square root of 12. Same way you can do the next thing, x square by 2 is equal to 7 means x is equal to square root of 14. X square by 2 is equal to 8 means x is equal to square root of 16. So sorry, x equal to square root of 16, that is 4, right? So now you have to break the interval. Okay, how to break this interval? You can see when you take first we'll start with the, so where is that? 1 minute. We have to take this one, right? Okay, let me take this one. Okay, here after that 4, 5 is not there. Yes. So 6th, 7th page you can take. So what is the breaking point? You can see, student. Breaking point is here is what? 0. You can see 1 point something, then 0, 1. 1 after only square root will come. Right? 0, 1 and square root 2. Right? 0, 1 square root 2. Then after that any number is there. You can see the 4 will be lost, will come. Square root of 12 is what actually approximately you can see 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 3 point something will come, right? So definitely this will be order, right? So square root 2 after is what? Square root 2 after is square root 6, square root 6, square root 8, and then square root 10, square root 10, and then finally you can see square root 12 and then 4, right? These are the breaking point, right? In this whole interval 0 to 4, 0 to 1 and 1 to square root of 2. What is the breaking point here? 0 to 1, 1 to square root 2, square root 2 to 2, 2 to square root of 6, square root 6 to square root of 8, square root of 8 to square root of 10, and square root of 10 to square root of 12, square root of 12 to 4, right? Now you have to check one by one. What actually required greatest integer function of x square by 2 minus the greatest integer function of square root of x, right? Okay, first thing, first let us take 0 to 1 you can take. Okay, first let us take, we need x square, right? Square this both side. X square is also same, only 0 to 1. Divided by 2, 0 less than x square by 2 is less than 1 by 2. In this interval, greatest integer function of x square by 2 is what? 0. 0 to 0 0.5, it is 0 only, right? So we need square root of x. 0 to 1 square root of x is what? The same only. The greatest integer function of square root of x is what? 0. Clear? Let me take another interval. So 1 to square root of 2 you can take. So in this interval, what we have to do here, you have to take x square this one. 1 less than x square is less than 2, right? So we need to find x square by 2, right? So 1 by 2 is less than x square by 2 is less than 1, right? So 0 point something and less than 1. Definitely the greatest integer function of x square by 2 will be 0, right? Okay, what about this square root of x? If you take 1 by square root 2, if you take the square root on both sides, 1 less than square root of x less than square root of root 2. Square root of something is always 1 point something, right? Square root of something, it's 1 point something is so, or 0 point something or not. You have to check it here. 1 point something will come, right? So therefore the greatest integer function of square root of x will be 1 only will come. The square root of 2 is something is what? Square root of 1 point something will come, right? Okay, and therefore that 1 to 1 point something here is greatest integer what? More than 1 means less than 2 means greatest integer value is what? 1, right? Understand? Okay, let's take a third interval, square root 2 x less than 2 you can take. So we need to square it. 2 less than or equal to x square is less than 4. We divided by 2. So 1 less than x square by 2 is less than 2. So in this interval, the greatest integer function of x square by 2 is what? 1, right? So 1 to 2, the greatest integer will be 1. Okay, let me take square root 2 less than x less than 2. In this interval, what is this? Square root on both sides. Square root of square root 2 is less than x less than square root of 2. It is 1 point something, here is 1 point something. Definitely the greatest integers will be, the greatest integer function of square root of x is always 1 here. Again, it's 1 only, right? Okay. Correct? Square root 2, square root 2, 1.4, this is 1 point something. So definitely it is greatest integer will be 1 only, right? Okay, so let us take another interval, 2 to, right, 2 to root 6 you can take. Squaring on both sides, what will get? 4. If you square this 4 less than x square is less than 6, right? Now you have to divide by 2, right? Divide by 2, what will get? 2 less than x square by 2 is less than 6 by 2 is what? 3, right? So 2 to 3, the greatest integer function of x square by 2 is what? 2, right? Let me check 2 to root 6. What is the square root? Square root 2 less than square root of x is less than square root of square root 6. So square root of square root 6 is something 1 point something only. Again, it will be the greatest integer function of square root of x is 1 only. So understand? Okay. The next you can see square root 6 to x is square root of 8, strictly less than 8, right? Square root of 8. See, squaring on both sides, 6 less than x square is less than 8. Divided by 2, 6 by 2 is what? 6 by 2 will be 3, right? 3 less than x square by 2 is less than 8 by 2 is what? 8 by 2 is 4. So definitely the greatest integer function of x square by 2 will be 3. So if I take in this interval, what is the square root of x? Okay. Square root of something here is what? You know that 1 point something, here it's 1 point something anyway. So square root of x is less than square root of x is less than square root of 8. Its greatest integer function of square root of x is 1 only. Okay, clear? Okay, let me take another page. So root 6 to root 8 we done. Root 8 to root 10 we have to do. Root 8, root 8 to root 10 you have to do, right? X is root 8 to root 10 you can take. Now you have to do, you have to square it, right? So 8 less than x square less than 10. You divide by 2, it is 4. X square by 2 is less than 10 by 2 is what? 5. So definitely the greatest integer function of x square by 2 will be 4. So root 8 less than x less than square root of 10. If you take the square root again in this interval, square root of x is again it is 1 only, right? The square root of greatest integer function of square root of x is what? 1 only, right? Let me take another one. Root 10 to, so what is that? Root 10 to root 12, right? Root 10 to root 12. See, squaring on both sides, 10 less than x square is less than 12. Divided by 2, 5 less than x square by 2 is less than 12 by 2 is what? 6. Therefore, the greatest integer function of x square by 2 will be 5. Clear? The same way you can do the square root of 12 to what is that? 4, right? The last interval is what? Square root of 12 to 4, right? In this interval, if you square this, what will get? 12 less than x square is less than 4 square is what? 16. Divided by 2, 6 less than x square by 2, strictly less than 16 by 2 is what? 8. Oh. So, if you square this will be 12 to, is there 14 I am missing actually, right? Square root of 14 we missed actually, right? You can see square root of 14 is required. You can see where it is. We define no square root of 14 we missed. Is there square root of 14? 6 we did. We did 7. Yes, square root of 14 is there. We missed actually. You can note here. Square root of 14 we missed. That's why it's not coming. Okay. Square root of, you can see. So you have to take from, you can see, this will be square root of, this is correct. Square root of 12 to square root of 14 you can take. This is, if you square it, 14, 14 divided by 2 to 7. The greatest integer function of, right, x square by 2, this will be what? 6, right? But the same way, if I take the square root on both sides, so that will be square root of square root something, it will be 1 only. So again, the greatest integer function of square root is what? 1 only, right? Okay. So the here greatest integer function of square root of x is also 1 only, right? Because square root of 12 is 1 point something only, right? So in this interval, greatest integer will be 1 only, right? Next, you can see the greatest integer function of square root of 12 to what is that? 4, right? You can take squaring on both, sorry, square root of 14, right? Square root of 14 to, yes, square root of 14 to 12, sorry, 4, right? 4. Squaring on this 14 less than x square less than 16 divided by 2, 7 less than x square by 2 is less than 16 by 2 is what? 8. So therefore, the greatest integer function of x square by 2 is what? 7, right? Okay. Understand all of you? If you take the square root of this, the square root of this is 1.1, that square root of 14 less than square root of x is square root of 4 is what? 2. So definitely in this interval also the square root of x is what? 1 only. Clear? You check once again it is correct or not. But you can see when you take the first interval only, the square root of x is what? 0 to 1 will be 0. Greatest integer function of square root of x. Other cases all will be 1 only, right? Understand? Okay. because square root 2 here is 1 point something, here is something 1 point something only. So everything is correct. Okay, now you can draw the redefine this functions, right? Redefine this. How to redefine this function? You can see greatest integer function of x square by 2 minus greatest integer function of square root of x. So how to define first interval is what is the first interval? 0 to 1, right? 0 to 1, if I take the greatest integer function of x square is what? X square by 2, it is 0 minus 0, that is 0, right? Second one, when you take 1 to square root of 2, second interval you can see 1 to square root of 2, this will be 0, this is 1, 0 minus 1, it is minus 1. Let us take square root 2 to, this is 2, right? Square root 2 to 2. Square root 2 to 2 is what? 1 minus 1, it again 0. 1 minus 1, it's 0. Let us take 2 to square root of 6, right? 2 to square root of 6, root 6. In this interval, you can see the greatest integer function of x square by 2 is 2. Here is 1, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, it is 1. When you take square root of 6 less than x less than square root of 8, you can take. So if you take this interval, 3 minus 1, right? 3 here is 1. 3 minus 1, it is 2. Let us take square root 8 less than x less than square root of 10, you can take. In this interval, 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1, it is 3, right? If I take root 10 to, next is what? Root 12. Root 12 you can take. What will get? Root 10 to root 12 will be 5 minus 1, right? 5 minus 1, it is 4. When you take root 12 to root 14, you take. Root 14, in this case, 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1, it is, you can see, sorry, 5 minus 1, right? Root 10 to, where is root 12 to root 14 is what? 6 minus 1, right? 6 minus 1, right? 6 minus 1, it is 5. Root 14 to and 4 you can take. In this interval, 7 minus 1, it is 6. This is your very fantastic graph, right? But why am I explaining this, these kind of, step by step? Because some students are facing difficulty, right? These kind of, when they are seeing this kind of question, they feel, scared, right? So that's why I'm discussing step by step solutions, right? Okay. So now you can see how to draw the graph of this. You can see how to draw. There is no space here. Let me add the space. 0 to 1 is 0, right? But I will take, so I think you can able to do it, right? Shall I remove this page? Okay, I'll remove this page. So we already noted this, right? You already noted this one, right? Okay, when you take this one, I'll remove this completely. Okay, remove this. I'll draw the graph of this. X-axis, this is y-axis, right? 0 to 1, you can see. Let me take another color. 0 and 1. Okay, then after that, 1 to, you can see, student, 1 to square root of 2. Okay, 1 to square root 2, square root 2 to 2. So 2 to square root of 6, square root 6 to root 8, root 8 to root 10, root 10 to root 12, root 12 to root 14, root 14 to 4, right? Okay, how to draw the graph? You can see when you take 0 to 1, this is y. This is your y, right? Y is equal to 0. 0 to 1, y is equal to 0 means what? X-axis, right? Let me take a pink color. 0 included, right? Let us take, this is your graph. When you take 1, 1 is jump over to minus 1 here, right? Y is equal to minus 1, no? So here is minus 1. You will take 1. When you take 1, it will be minus 1, right? 1 to up to root 2 will be minus 1, right? This is jump. And then root 2 to square root 2 is square root 2 to 2 is there, no? That will be 0 again. When you take square root 2 will be 0, right? When you take 2, it is over 2 is not defined, no? 2 is jump over to 1, right? 2 you can see, 2 to root 6 you take in this interval, it will be 1, 1. 2 to root 6 completely 1 only. If you jump here, root 6, when you take root 6, it will be 2. 2 here, 2 here, right? So when you take root 6 to roots 8 will be 2 completely, right? Yes. Is it correct? We'll draw some. Yes. Let me take this color only. Okay. Fine. When you root 8 to root 10, you can see root 8 3. It will jump over to 3. So root 8 to this 3 here. Okay. Then when you take root 10, it will be 4. Let's take 4. Right. Okay. When you take root 2, root 12, it will be 5. Root 12 means this 5 here. Root 12 to root 14 is 5. Root 14 to 4 is what? 6. Root 14 to 14 is the 6 here. Let us take here is 6. Let us take here 6. I don't have the space here. Let's draw like this. This is your graph. The fantastic graph, right? The step functions, right? Okay. So they will ask the continuous. It's a breaking all the integers value, right? Understand? This is your graph of the given functions, right? The step functions, right? Okay, good. Let's go for the next. We'll continue the fourth question. You can see the 2 times the greatest integer function plus 3 times x is equal to 4 minus 5 times fractional part function is given to you. Okay, so what you can do, the fractional part function, you know the definition, x minus greatest integer function. Therefore, any x you can write as the fractional part function plus greatest integer functions we can write. Clear? So therefore, let us take greatest integer fractional part function, you take m, and greatest integer function you can take n. Just you replace here m plus n is equal to x, you can write, correct? So we need to find the x here. So what we can do, just to replace 2 times the greatest integer function you can replace by n, and 3 times x, how to replace m plus n is equal to 4 minus 5 times the fractional part functions, how to write fractional part functions, how to write m. Okay, now you can simplify this, 2n plus 3m plus 3n minus 4 plus 5n is equal to 0. Now you can solve this quickly. So 2n here is 3n, it is 5n, right? And 3m plus 5m is 8m, right? 2n plus 5n, 3 plus 5 is 8, minus 4 equal to 0. Now we know that the fractional part function, the range is what? 0 to 1. Now you can utilize this here. So you know that 8m how to write? So 4 minus 5n we can write, correct? Minus 4 you send to the right side, plus 4, 5n you send to the right side, minus 5n. M is equal to 4 minus 5n by 8. But you know that the fractional part function is 0 to 1. That is what? M here. So what is M? 4 minus 5n divided by 8 is less than 1. Now you can multiply by 8. What will get? 0 less than 4 minus 5n is less than 8. Now we need to remove the minus 4. What will get? Minus 4 means adding minus 4. So minus 5n is less than 4. If you minus 4, you can add it, no? This is minus 4, it's 0 here, it's 8 minus 4, it's 4, right? So now we need to divide it by 5, right? Minus 4 by 5 is less than or equal to minus n is strictly less than 4 by 5. Okay. Now we need to remove the minus here. You multiply throughout the interval minus 1. Then 4 by 5 is greater than n is greater than strictly greater than minus 4 by 5. You rearrange it. How to write? Minus 4 by 5 is strictly less than n less than or equal to 4 by 5. Clear? Minus 4 by 5 is actually what? You can fill it in the number line. This is minus 4 by 5. This is plus 4 by 5. So only integer is 0. So minus 0 point something, here plus 0 point something. So only integer here is n is what? N here is 0 only possible. Okay. Now your target is to find x, right? Let us take x is equal to m plus n. What is x? What is x here? M plus n. So what is m here? 4 minus 5n by 8. 4 minus 5n by 8 plus n. So x is equal to, you can see, you can take the LCM here, 4 minus 5n plus 8n, right? 4 minus 5n plus 8n. X is equal to, so 4 plus 3n by 8. So here is, if n equal to 0, then x is equal to what? 4 by 8. You can directly substitute it here, but we need standard things. That's why I'm simplifying this. So 1 times here is 2 times. X is equal to 1 by 2 is your solutions. I hope everyone understand, right? Okay, we'll go for the next question. You can see this fifth question, solve 2 times mod x is equal to mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1. So we'll do this by some properties, right? You know that mod, you can see mod a plus b is always less than mod a plus mod b, right? Correct? But this is less than mod difference of the two sides, right? Correct? Difference of the two side is what? Less than the third side. That sum of the two side is more than the third side, right? Correct? This is difference of the two side is less than that. That is sum of the two sides is more than this. You know this inequality, right? But you can see when this is hold, mod a plus mod b is equal to mod a plus b, you can, it will hold when that the product will be greater than 0. The same way, if mod a plus mod b is equal to mod a minus b, you can write, this is possible when a, b are opposite sign. So that means a, b is less than or equal to 0. Clear? So you have to utilize this inequality when this inequality will be hold when the product of the two a, b and greater than 0. Then only possible. This one would be a, b, the opposite sign would be possible, right? So now you can see the first one, you can check it. You can see the first one, 2 times mod x equal to mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1. You can see I am taking a here is, what is that a? So a I am taking x minus 1, b you can take x plus 1, right? Clear? So mod, what we required actually, mod A, that means mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1, you can add it. The mod A plus mod B is equal to mod A plus B. You can add this one directly. Plus x minus 1, you can do it. Plus 1 minus 1 cancel. So mod 2 times x. So 2 you take it out from the mod. So you can write. We prove this. This would be satisfies the condition, right? Therefore, we can say that when it is possible, mod A plus mod B is equal to mod AB. So when AB is greater than or equal to 0. So now you can use what is A. Let us take another page. A here, AB greater than or equal to 0. Both are the same sign, right? So A here is what? X minus 1, B is x plus 1. X minus 1 and x plus 1, right, is greater than 0. Correct? X minus 1 and x plus 1, right? Yes. You can use the wavy curve method. If you don't have any idea about wavy curve method, what you can do? Just you can watch my video in the Math JEE Academy channel. You can watch it, right? The one-shot video is available. Okay. Let us take here is the critical point is what? Minus 1 and 1 you can equate to 0. Minus 1 and plus 1. You can start with the positive because the left side is completely positive. 1 is the odd power, change the sign. So minus 1 also odd powers, change the sign. So therefore we need the greater than 0. X belongs to minus infinity to minus 1. Union 1 to infinity. This interval only possible. So all the solutions value. Clear? This is the way you can solve these questions, right? Next you can see the second one. You can see what is that? Mod x minus 4 mod x plus 4. Mod x minus 4 plus mod x plus 4 is equal to 8. You can see? Correct. So if I add these two things, what will get? X plus 4. So plus x minus 4 plus 4 only cancelling. So you cannot add it. You have to take the difference of it. Right? Understand? You have to take the difference. Okay. So what we can use this here, mod A plus mod B is equal to mod A minus B if AB is less than or equal to 0. Right? You have to use this property here. So what is A here? X minus 4. You can take B, you take x plus 4. So therefore mod x minus 4 plus mod x plus 4. How to write? Mod x minus 4 minus of x plus 4, right? So this is how to write mod x minus 4 minus x minus 4. So plus x minus x cancel. This is mod minus 8. This will be 8. We got this it will be satisfies the condition. Therefore we can say when it is possible, when that A and B are opposite sign, right? When A, B are opposite sign less than 0, right? Okay, what is A here? X minus 4 and B is x plus 4 is less than or equal to 0. You can use the wavy curve method. So minus 4, this is plus 4, clear? Minus 4 and plus 4, you can start with the positive. It's a negative, positive because all are odd powers. The positive, negative, positive here. Therefore, x belongs to which interval is the product is less than 0. So minus 4 to, you can take the closed interval, minus 4 to plus 4, right? In this interval only possible. Therefore, all the solutions will be lies in this interval only. Clear? Okay, let's do the next question. You can see the mod x square minus 4x plus 3. Okay, mod x square. Let me take another page. So mod x square minus minus 4x plus 3 minus 4x plus 3 plus the next one is what? X square minus 11x plus 24. X square minus 11x plus 24. X square minus 11x plus 24 is equal to 7 times, You can see, students, 7 times mod x minus 3. Mod x minus 3. You can see how to do this question. You can see you can add these two things, it will work or not. You can see x square minus 4x plus 3 plus x square minus 11x plus 24 you can take. So you can add these two things. So what will get 2x square. So definitely it is not possible. We need x minus 3 is required. So the addition is not possible here. So we can see here, okay, which one we can take. So mod A plus mod B is equal to mod A minus B you can use. So when it is possible, when A and B are opposite sign, right? Okay, so let us take here A, you can take x square minus 4x plus 3 and plus B, you can take x square minus 11x plus 24. You can take, this is same as mod A minus B, x square minus 4x plus 3 minus of x square minus 11x plus 24 you can write. Clear? Okay, you can take the difference x square minus 4x plus 3 minus x square plus 11x minus 24 you can write. So x square minus x square cancel, minus 4x minus 11x is what? So minus 4x plus 11x, right? So 7x, right? Mod 7x. Yes. So 3 minus 24 is what? 3 minus 24 minus 21, right? Okay. So you can take 7 out. So x minus 3, right? So mod constant is there. You take it out from the modulus. X minus 3 we can write. When this is possible, when the A and B are opposite sign, that means you can take A, B is less than 0. What is A here? X square minus 4x plus 3. X square minus 4x plus 3 into x square minus 11x plus 24. X square minus 11x, x square minus 11x plus 24 is less than 0. Clear? Okay. So if you utilize this thing, so what will get, you have to factorize this one, right? You have to factorize. So the product is 3, the sum is minus 4. So 3 into 1 minus 3 minus 1 you can take, that means x minus 3 into x minus 1 you can write. Clear? You can check it here. Product is 3, sum is minus 4. It will work. So here product is 24. You can see 8 into 3 you can write. So we need minus 11 minus 3 minus 8 minus 3 you can write. Correct? Yes. So x minus 8 into x minus 3 we can write less than 0. Then the whole thing you can see, the draw the number line. What is the critical point? 1 and then 3. So you can do one thing. This is x minus 1, x minus 3 whole square, x minus 8 you can write. Okay, so you can use the wavy curve method, right? So 1 and 3 and 8 here. Okay, so you start with the positive. So because here is 8 is the odd power, change the sign. Okay, then 3 you can see even power. So again it's negative only. So if you're not having any idea, you just watch my one shot video of wavy curve method, right? So 1 you can see 1 here is odd powers, so change the sign, positive. So we need the product of all the expression is less than 0. Therefore x belongs to 1 is included, it is 0, no problem. 1 to 3. 3 also included, no issues. 1 to 3. So 1 to 8 also we can write, no? Yes, union 3 to 8. Otherwise, you can write 1 to 8. There is no issue, right? 3 also you can put here. 1 to 8. All the x values are from 1 to 8. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 8. Yes, this is your interval. All the x values, that means solutions all solutions will be lies in this interval only. Okay, I hope everyone understand. Let me take another question. You can see the log mod x, again mod x is equal to k. Find the k in which has no solution, 2 solutions, 4 solution, infinitely many solutions. What you can do? First you can see, first step, log mod x you have to draw. Before that you have to draw log x, right? Then you can apply mod log mod x, right? This is 3 transformation. You have to understand this. Suppose the transformation here is what? X changes to mod x, right? Suppose if you have the function f of x changes to f of mod x, right? How to do this first? First you can see the log x graph. You know log x graph is what? This is your log x graph. You already know this, right? Log x graph. The point is 0, 1, 0, right? Okay. Now, so my question is what? Mod log mod x is required. No, log mod x is what is the idea? So mod x is value means if when you apply the mod x, whatever the negative portion is there, you have to remove it. You take the right side of the image. So that means the log mod x means just you're replacing log x is there. No, you're replacing log x by log mod x. Just you replace x by mod x means you just remove the negative part of the x values, right? Negative. The left side of the graph you have to remove it and take the right side of the graph image, right? The right side image will be this one, and this is also, both will be what? Both will be log mod x. If you feel difficult, I will explain in another graph. Okay, I'll take another page. You can see, student, this is your log x graph, and if you want to find the log mod x graph, whatever the left side portion is, there is nothing is there, so you keep it as it is. Whatever the right side image is there, you have to take the image about the y-axis. Okay, this is your log mod x graph. You already know that log mod x drawn. Then next is you have to apply the modulus on this. Modulus means what? Whatever the negative portion is there, that means below x-axis, you reflected about the x-axis. It will be like this, this will be like this, correct? Understand? So the first graph you can see, the first graph is this one, and second graph will be, this is log x, then second graph will be this one, and take the image of this. The both graph will be log mod x graph, right? Third one you can see, third one is this x-axis, this y-axis. You can see whatever the right side, this below thing is there, no, you have to remove this because we need complete mod, complete y is positive. So you take the you know that this part you can draw like this, this portion you have to draw like this, and whatever the left side, there's a below x-axis there, you take this way, right? This is the graph of mod log mod x graph. Okay, now you have to draw the graph of y is equal to k. This is parallel to the x-axis, right? So now you have to see the question. What they're asking, no solutions. No solution means what? This violet color graph and white color straight line is there, no? Where these two graphs are intersecting, that is the solutions. There is nowhere intersecting if k is less than 0. If k is less than 0, that means f of x has, no, you have to see that then you can say that so no solutions. Okay, this is first one. Second one you can see, what is there? Two solutions. Two solution you can see, I'll take a pink color. two solutions. Is there any possibilities there? You can see if I draw here x-axis, the line will be intersect at exactly 2 point. So 2 point only when it is x-axis, right? So that means k should be 0. If k is 0, right, that means y is equal to 0 means x-axis. Then you can find the two solutions, right? Okay, then if you take another case is what? Another case is what? 4 solutions. 4 solution you can see if you draw here 1, 2, 3, 4. If k is more than 0, equal to 0 means two solution is possible. Violet and that pink color will be crossing at exactly 2 points. That is two solutions when k is equal to 0. When k is more than 0, k is more than 0, you can see anywhere you can draw, it will be crossing the graph maximum 4 points. That means if third one, if k is greater than 0, we can say that how many solution is possible? K greater than 0 means 4 solution is possible because it is crossing that 4 points, right? I hope everyone understand, right? This is the complete infinitely many solutions when it is possible. When it is infinitely many solution is possible. No, there is no way to get infinitely many solutions, right? Correct. There is no way. That means the fourth one is that k belongs to empty set. The no solutions, k is strictly less than 0, k equal to 0, 2 solutions, k is more than 0, 4 solutions, k belongs to empty, infinitely many solutions. There is no k value possible, infinitely many solutions, right? Okay, I hope everyone understand. So we'll draw the graph of this. You can see x times f of x equal to x into minus x, right? If x is less than minus 1, you can see the greatest integer function of x plus n. How to write? Greatest integer function of x plus n we can write, no? The same way this is 1 plus the greatest integer function you can write. And when you take this one, so 1 plus the greatest integer function of minus x you can write, right? This will be minus 1 to 2, right? So when you take minus 1 to 1, right? So minus 1 to 1 only, right? When you take minus 1 to 1, this is defined like this. Okay. So when x is greater than or equal to 1, this is minus x square. So how to redefine this one? You can see, student, this is minus x square if x is less than or equal to minus 1. So 1 plus the greatest integer function of x. Okay, fine. That is, you can write, you can see 2 minus 2 plus the greatest integer function plus the greatest integer function of minus x if minus 1 less than x less than 0. Then because it is different value will come. So breaking at 0, integers value, no? So 0 to 1 you can take. In this interval 2 plus the greatest integer function plus greatest integer function of minus x. Then finally you can see, so I will write here, the finally what we can write, minus x square if x is greater than or equal to 1, right? Now you can see final one, you can see if x is greater than or less than, right? X is less than or equal to minus 1, so minus x square, right? Okay, when if x is minus 1 to 1, that will be, you can see, sorry, minus 1 to 0, right? Minus 1 to 0, you can see greatest integer value is what? This will be minus 1, 2 minus 1. So now if you take greatest integer of minus 1 to 0, what is the value actually? Minus 1 plus 1 will come, right? Minus 1 to 0, how to write, student? You know that greatest integer value of x plus the greatest integer of minus x, if x is belongs to integer, If x is belong to integer, it is 0. If x does not belongs to integer, let us take 1.5. This is 1, this is minus 1.5. So 1, this is minus 1.5 minus 2, minus 1 will get, right? Check it once. 1.5 plus the greatest integer function of minus 1.5. 1.5 plus greatest integer function of minus 1.5 is what? Minus 2. So it will be minus 1, right? Minus 2, that will be minus 1.5, no, minus 2. So this is 1, right? Greatest integer function of 1.5 will be 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, correct? So therefore you can see when minus 1 to 0, so here the 0 also integer, right? You have to do it separately, right? Okay, what we can do here is, so here you have to define it separately. If x is equal to 0, this is 0, 0, you'll get 2. When more than 0, less than 1, that will be the greatest integer. This is not integer, right? That case is minus 1. That is 2 minus 1. That will be 1 only, right? 0 to 1. You have to remember clearly, when x is strictly or less than or equal to minus 1, minus x square. Minus 1 to 0, it is not integer, right? It is 2 minus, you know, that greatest integer function plus the greatest integer function of minus x equal to minus 1, that will be 1, right? So 2 minus 1, it is 1. Then when x equal to 0, the greatest integer value of 0 is what? 0, therefore 2. So the same way 0 to 1, it is not integer. The greatest integer function plus greatest integer function of minus x will be minus 1. Therefore 2 minus 1 is 1. When x is next final interval is what? X is greater than 1 minus x square. Okay, then how to draw the graph quickly? So you can see less than minus 1, no? So the graph, if you put minus 1 here, minus 1 square is what? That is plus 1, minus 1 only. So the graph is going like this. When you take minus 1 to 0, y is equal to 1. Minus 1 to 0, you can take another color. So let's take minus 1 to 0, y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1 here. So it is not included, right? And 0, when you take 0, 0 x equal to 2, right? Okay, this is 1, this is 2. When you take 0 to 1, 0 to 1, it is y is equal to 1 again, right? When you take more than 1, minus x square. More than 1. If I take 1 here, minus 1. The graph is like this, right? This graph will going like this, minus x square downwards. So when you take 1 minute, when you take minus 1, sorry, plus 1, so will be minus 1 will come, right? So this graph is going like this, right? This is your graph of the functions. Okay, you have to understand the whole things, right? Okay, we'll go for the next question. Okay, if I put 2 here, 2 is 1, right? This graph is 1 here. The graph is like this. Okay, x minus 1, x graph is there, y is equal to x, you just shift 1 unit down, right? Okay, fine, x minus 1 be done. Okay, so what we can do here, student, this is your f of x. You have to take f of mod x graph. F of mod x graph is job is what? You have to remove the left part. What is the idea of the f of mod x graph? Just whenever f of x is there, replace x by mod x, you left of the graph, you remove it, take the right part of the graph image with respect to y axis, right? So therefore you have to take this one, this is your right part of the graph, okay, then you remove this left part of the graph. This is what actually y is equal to x minus 1, okay. So this will be minus x minus 1 graph, right? If you apply minus, correct? What is the graph of this? Whatever the right side of the graph is there, you take the image of that y-axis, right? This is y is equal to x minus 1. This is y is equal to minus x minus 1, right? Minus x graph is there, you shift 1 units down, right? Understand? Okay. Then how to draw the graph of f of, this is actually f of mod x graph. So mod f of x graph, this is your f of x graph. So what you can do, just you can observe here. This is x axis, this y axis. What you can do, first observation, you have to apply whatever f of x is there, you can apply mod. Negative part changes to the positive part. Then it will changes to here. Okay. And then this portion is there, no, this portion it will be shifted over here. Then how to write this one, I will write here. Okay, just you can see this layer below x-axis there, no, that you had to shift it up. This is 1. Okay, this is y is equal to 1, right? And then this negative portions, right, this portions you have to remove it. Okay, so you can see here it's 1, right? This graph is like this, and this will be lifted up like this. This is your graph of mod f of x. Understand? I hope everyone understand this one. Then how to add this one? You can see g of x graph, you need to do it. Okay, when you take you can see f is minus 2 to 0, you can take minus 2 to 0. F of mod x graph is what? This one, right? F of mod x graph. What is that? Minus 2 to 0. So minus x minus 1 graph, right? Is it correct or not? You can see I am taking mirror, right? Y-axis is the mirror. So this is x minus 1 graph. If you apply y-axis here, yes, minus x minus 1 graph. Yes, correct. And then what about the mod f of x graph? You can see minus 2 is y is equal to 1, right? So if you cancel it, you will get minus x. If I take 0 to 2, you can take in this interval 0 to 2, and you can see one more thing you can observe, that it will be 0 to 1 and 1 to 2 also you have to break it, right? So because it's different functions, right? Minus 2 to 0, it's common only, both will be different functions only, so no problem. But you have to break this interval, right? Minus, that means 0 to 1 and 1 to 2, you can break it, right? So 0 to 1, you can see the mod f of x is what? 0 to 1, again x minus 1. When you take 0 to 1, this will, what is this graph actually? This is x minus 1 means this is minus, you can apply minus x plus 1, right? Minus x plus 1, right? Plus minus x plus 1 means 1 minus x, right? Okay, you can see minus x plus 1, right? Fine. 1 to 2, you can see 1 to 2, 1 to 2, what is this graph actually? X minus 1. And here mod x, you can see what is that graph? They already know that x minus 1 only, same graph only, right? X minus 1 only. So therefore that f of x, how to define? So how to define, student, f of g of x? G of x you can define like this. So how to define? When minus 2 to 0, this is your minus x. When you take 0 to 1, this will be minus x. Okay, minus x plus x cancel, it is 0. When you take 1 to 2, if you take this minus 2x minus 2 you'll get. 2x minus 2. Clear? Understand? So 1 to 2 will be same only, no? So here is 2 you can take, right? That's 2. Right? Because x minus 1, no? But x is 0, it's minus 1. Yes, so x equal to 1. Yes, correct only. Yes, this is your sum of this graph, right? So you can carry on this next question the same way. You can do it. Okay. So what you can do, if x is less than 0, x minus 2, when x is greater than or equal to 0, x square minus 3x plus 2, the same idea. F of mod x, what you can do, just you draw the graph, you left side of the graph, you have to remove it, take whatever the right side is there, you take the image of with respect to y axis. And the mod f of x, what you can do, whatever the graph is there, you remove the below x axis and take the image with respect to x axis. You shift it, right? You lift it, right? So minus 1 to 0 means 0 to 1 it will be, right? Okay. So you can do it because I'm taking completely more than 1.5 hours, right? So you can do it. Then next, finally, you can see this question actually you can easily do it, right? So 5 plus mod 2x minus 1 is equal to 2x into 2 power x minus 2. How to do this quickly? What we can do, let us take 2 power x, you can take t. So 5 plus t minus 1 is equal to t into t minus 2 you can write. So breaking point here is what? T is equal to 1. If I take t less than 1, okay, t less than 1 means t minus 1 is less than 0. Okay, so first case you can see 5 plus t minus 1, right? Because t minus 1 less than 0 means what? 1 minus t we can write, no? 1 minus t is equal to t into t minus 2. This is the first one. Second one, if it is, this is what actually? T less than 1. If t is greater than 1, so what we can do? T greater than 1 means what? T minus 1 is positive, it's greater than 0. Therefore, 5 plus t minus 1 is equal to t into t minus 2. You can solve this one, 5 plus, you can solve this one quickly. So 5 plus 1, it is 6. 6 minus t is equal to t square minus 2t. Clear? Then t square minus 2t plus t minus 6 equal to 0. T square minus t minus 6 equal to 0. You can see the product is 6, the minus 6, and sum is minus 1. 3 into 2 you can write. So minus 1 is required, no? Minus 3 minus 2 you can write. That means t square minus 3t plus 2t minus 6 equal to 0. If I take t common, t minus 3 plus 2 take it out common, t minus 3 is equal to 0. T plus 2 into t minus 3 equal to 0. Then you can write t is equal to minus 2 or t is equal to 3. Clear? Okay. T is equal to minus 2, t is equal to 3, you will get it, right? Okay. So then here you can see if you solve this 5 plus t minus 1, t square minus 2t we can write. T square minus 2t minus t, 5 minus 1 it is 4, 4 minus 4 equal to 0. So t square minus 3t minus 4 equal to 0. Product is minus 4, the sum is minus 3, 4 into 1 is 4. So minus 3 is required. So minus 4 plus 1, right? So t square minus 4t plus t minus 4 equal to 0. If I take t common, t minus 4 plus 1 you take common, t minus 4 equal to 0. Clear? So if you solve this quickly, this left side will be t is equal to, what is that? T is equal to minus 2 or 3, right? Minus 2 or 3. Here is t minus 4 into t plus 1, right? T minus 4 into t plus 1. equal to 0. So t is equal to 4 or t is equal to minus 1. What is t here? 2 power x. Check it once, 2 power x only now we consider. So 2 power x equal to minus 2, this is not possible. 2 power x equal to 3 is possible. Here 2 power x is equal to 4 is possible. So 2 power x is equal to minus 1 is not possible. Why? Because exponential cannot be negative. 2 power x always greater than 0. Here 2 power x is equal to 3 means x is equal to, we need to find x. 2 is the disturbing, log base 2 you can take, log 3 base 2 you can write. Okay, the same way here we need x here, so log base 2, log 4 base 2 you can take. This is same as log base 2, 2 square we can write now, right? So this is fine. So 2 square you can write, this is x equal to, you can see the power you can send to the numerator in the front side, the log 2 base 2 you can write, correct? Understand? Okay, so correct, this is 2, right? Okay, so the 2 is the solutions or not, you can check it here. You can substitute here 2, 5 plus 2 is 2 square, you can put is 4 minus 1, it is 3. Here is you put 2, it is 4. 2 square is 4 minus 2, it is 2. Yes, satisfied. If I put log 3 base 2, you can check it. Log 3 base 2. Just you put 5 plus log 3 base 2. That means 2 power log 3 base 2. This will be 3 minus 1, it is 2. Log 2 power log 2 is what? 1, right? 3 minus 1, it is 2. 5 plus 2, here it's 7. Here it is, that is, 2 log 2 is 1, that is 3, is here is 8. Here is 3. Here is 3 minus 2, it is 3 minus 2, 1, right? So it is not satisfied, no? You can see 3 minus 1, here it is 2, it is 7, right? Once again, I will check it here. You can see, student, here. Okay, let me take this one. Okay, so what we can do here? Tell me. So you take a log 3 base 2 is solution or not. How to check it? You can see 5 plus 2 power log 3 base 2. This will be 1. 3 minus 1, it will be 5 plus 2 here. The right side you can see 2 log 2 base 3. Sorry, log 3 base 3 is what? 3. Okay, so that is 3 minus 2. So definitely it will not satisfy it. Okay, therefore the only solution is possible of this complete thing is what? 2 is the solutions. The only one solution is possible. You have to verify it. Even though you are finding solutions, may not satisfy the solutions, right? You can see the next question. So f of x equal to, I will give you the idea, you can do it yourself. So y is equal to, you can take it to 24 times the fractional part function minus 5 times 16 times the fractional part of x square, right? So what we can do, find the range of this, y range is required. First you can see the fractional part function is lies from 0 to 1, right? First you take the under the square root is defined, then only you can find the range, right? So output is the range is depends on the input value. So first you find the input here, the input is x here, the fractional part of range x is what? 0 to 1. Using that one, you have to take that 24 into fractional part of x minus 5 times 16 times fractional part of x whole square, it's greater than or equal to 0. You take it, you can solve for x here. Okay, you can find the, it is a parabola. What is the maximum value of the parabola is possible? Minus b by 2a you can use, you can find the maximum value from the range is what? 0 to 1 only you have to take, right? you have to take the range 0 to 1 and you find the maximum what value can take for the x, right, such that when you take the square root you will get the maximum of the y. Understood? So the y is depends on the x value, so you can check it, you can find the range of this, right? Because I already completed many of the questions, so till more time is taking for me to explain all the things, because still now the 10 questions you can do it yourself, some questions, then only it will help you for your exam. Okay, I hope everyone understand these things. So the super 10 questions you can thorough it, you can learn all the techniques, right? Okay, if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, you share to your friends. So thank you everyone. Thank you.